Hi everyone, welcome to Get Ready with me, Louise. So let me start first by yesterday's video. I did the Glamlite and the Nightmare on Elm Street collection. And I kept saying I was doing the Dream Master collection, which I did fix it in the title of that video. That was the Freddy Krueger palette. So the green palette is the Freddy Krueger palette, okay? That's the one I did yesterday. I don't know, you guys, it's a green palette. I don't do well with greens. I did the best that I could through that look. It was alright. It was alright, okay? Now, I'm a little red up here because I plucked my eyebrows, okay? I had some strays. But this look, using the Dream Master palette, this one here, is what we will be playing with today. This is not my color story. Okay, neither one of these, to be fair, are my color story. So I am looking at it just like that, okay? Are they pretty? Yes. Do they fit the theme? Yes. Is the quality good? Yes. Do I like them? Will I wear them after this? No, and probably not. Okay? I'm just being honest. Now, I did say about the blush palette, whether I wasn't for sure on it, if I was going to like it or not, right? So yesterday, I used the lightest shade, this one, Pigmented, okay? Light hand, very light hand, fluffy brush even, go in very easily, okay? Like, I was sitting here putting it on the back of my hand, okay? To use this shade today. That is the shade I'm wearing today. Very lightly, okay? You can see, I can see this side is much brighter really than this side, but I ain't about to take this side. This will wear down. That's where I'm going with that, okay? Because I know I'll get it out of control. So I can only assume that this one is going to be even worse, okay? Even darker. I may or may not play with that one. I don't know. But I do like this shade. So 2 out of 3, I said it's good. And it is. If you're looking for these colors, or if you really, just can't find a blush that's pigmented, this is it. This is pigment, okay? Straight pigment. Now, I also today pulled out the lipsticks, and that's what I'm wearing today. I first put the oil on, right? And I'm going to have to use the lipstick without using the oil, because I swear after I put the oil on to do the rest of my face, right, before filming, I then put this on right before I film, right? And it felt like a satin and not a matte. And I could have swore that these are matte lipsticks, but my lips were so moisturized, I don't know. Anyway, I used this color here today. I have to assume it's a matte and not a satin. But maybe it is satin. I don't know. I'm not for sure, to be honest. But anyway, it could be that lip oil even. Lipstick, the components, features. Yeah, I'm not really seeing where it says. Whether it's a matte or satin. Anyway, I like their formula either way. So that's that. And this color's not too bad. It's not my favorite, neither one of them. So if you're not into those colors, skip it. Okay? The formula is good, but just skip it. I still think my favorite thing is this lip oil. You all, I mean, I have been using this. I love it. I love the way my lips look. I love the way my lips feel. I'm like obsessed, okay? Like, and I don't really get like that. You know what I mean? With my lip stuff, it's not neither here nor there. You know what I mean? Like at night, I care. I either want my Too Faced hangover pillow talk stuff, whatever that is, that hangover stuff, or I want my Lawless, okay? Those are my two, like, #1 lip things for at night. Oh no, there's another one. the Pharmacy. That's the one I'm using, the apple. So I do like the Pharmacy one too. It just depends on like what I'm going for. Do I want a more plumped look in the morning? And I will say with the Pillow Balm the Hangover, it's not like it's that hurt. It don't hurt really, and neither does the Lawless overnight lip mask. But I feel like it is making my lips not necessarily bigger, but like I'm getting older, so my lip line is fading and stuff, and I feel like that keeps it there. You know what I mean? And they are moisturizing, but say my lips are really, really dry, right? I don't use those then. I use the Pharmacy then. Just so you know. Like, I have different lip stuff for different things, okay? Because I just find that different things do different things. You know what I mean? Obviously. So today, let's play with this one, the Dream Master. I will say I think I like this palette just a little bit, but I think it has to do with greens a little more than the other palette. Quality, check, still the same. Still good, but we're going to go into Chest of Souls first. We're going to start with this shade. But again, these aren't my color stories, okay? And to be fair, if it wasn't Glamlite, I wouldn't have purchased this. Like, if this was a collection that somebody else released, I wouldn't purchase it. Now, because Glamlite purchased it, well, that's got my attention, okay? And with that, you now have my attention, but then you put the Nightmare on Elm Street on it. Now you got my nostalgia. So I don't regret buying these. But at the same time, if Glamlite does not have your attention, and if this is not nostalgic to you, I'd skip it, you know? Get the lip oil. Get the lip oil. I'm not playing, get that lip oil. And I don't think it's that much either, y'all. I really don't. And they got Black Friday sales coming, so you know. I doubt these would be on sale, but oh my goodness. Y'all, the lip oil is worth it. I do wish it had just a little bit of a bigger applicator, but because it is so small, I mean, it kind of is nice to be accurate, you know what I mean? But I also like a little bit more. I don't really like to like go in and dip more than, you know, with a lip oil. But I do really like that lip oil. There's just something about it. And when you, like, after you leave it on for a little bit, y'all, your lips, like, it is just, they feel so nice. And they just look so pretty. And I think it has a little bit of color, you know, nothing you're really going to see. I mean, you might see the difference, but nobody else is going to see the difference, you know what I mean? But it just like soaks into your lip and makes it look so wonderful. I'm not going to lie. I'm not. It's great. Okay. Now we're going to go into Cursed, which is this shade right here. I am going to play with these, you know, a couple more times to get a feel. This one here, like I said, I do feel like I'm going to like this palette just based off of the fact that if I had to choose a color story, I'd pick red over green. But at the same time, I do think that these color stories would be good for Christmas. Yet, the packaging's not so much Christmas, you know what I mean? But I do think that you could definitely get pretty red and green looks out of them. If that's your vibe. It's just not my vibe, you know? And that's okay, because like I said, not everything is going to be. But again, because it is Glamlite, that is why I personally purchased it. And the fact that, I mean, I watched all of these growing up, these shows that, you know, it's nostalgic. It is. And it's cool. It is cool looking. It's a piece to talk about, you know? I mean, I don't know who I'm talking to about it other than you all, but, you know, it is cool. Well, my grandchildren, actually. They just love it. Not really. They make me hide it. They're like, could you put that away? I don't want to go to bed. I'm like, it's put up. It's in its drawer. It's funny, though, to watch them. But, I mean, the colors look really good together, too. I like the way they blend into one another. And I feel like I would feel the same way about the green if I was comfortable wearing green. And it's funny because my eyes are green. So it's not as, you know what I mean? You would think that I would like it because it kind of, in a way, makes my eyes look pretty. But then again, it kind of doesn't. I don't know how to explain it. But I don't know. I just don't. I'm scared of greens for some reason. That's all I can tell you about it. We're taking that same shade and just running it under the lower lash line for now. And I will say this palette does go pretty dark. And it does have light in it. So this is definitely more up my alley because of that. It does go from light to dark. So that could be why I'm kind of intrigued for this one. And again, one look doesn't make or break a palette for me. Because I could create the worst look the first time, but then afterwards create really pretty looks. Or I can create a really pretty look the first time, and then after that it's like, I don't like it. You know, that is the only look that I created that I like, you know. So keep that in mind too. And I'm not a makeup artist, y'all, so I have no idea what I'm really doing. Keep that in mind. I don't think I put the fake wake on. Hold up here. I think I did on that. Yes, I did. I didn't on this one, I don't think. Let me get that eyeliner on there. Alright, there. Now it's on the waterline. Yeah, it's on the other one. I can see it now. It's been a long day. Long day, you all. Alright, now we're going to go into the shade Midnight, which is this one right here. The other thing I was going to say, I ended up using this shade right here, this like orange red shade on my lid over here, and it looks really pretty. But I did put this one because I swatched all them to see which, you know, lid shade I wanted. But I feel like if you put this one down and then put that one over it, that would be really pretty, because this is a more sheer color, to be honest. I don't know if you would put that down, if that would work too, maybe. I don't know. There's definitely options for me in this one that I'm more comfortable with. But, again, not necessarily my favorite either. And again, I don't know what I'm doing, so I'm just sort of winging it as I go in a way. Because these aren't colors I wear on a daily basis, number one. Because they're hard to work with, I'm not gonna lie. Now, these particular shades are easy, they're building nice, they're blending nice, all that good stuff, you know. So that's great for me. Because if I had to struggle, the look would have turned out way worse. I'm not gonna lie. But for the most part, the look came out pretty good. I'm pleased with it. I do feel comfortable in it. I am going to the grocery store here in a little bit. So that's a good thing, I guess, that I'm comfortable in the look. But it is still just a tad bit out of my realm. And the look, I didn't necessarily do like I usually do. I usually go light to dark. Like, that is what I do. But this time, I did go a little bit different just because I was scared my eye was going to look more red and tired than pretty. You know what I mean? But it really did turn out nice. I'm not mad about the way the look turned out, to be honest. Which is great. Because I was concerned. And like I said, these shades are so freaking pigmented. Like, that's the one thing with Glamlite you'll never have to worry about. You won't get a dud when it comes to pigment. Like, even their pastels are pretty pigmented, to be honest. Like their ice cream palette and stuff. Cake palette. Those are pigmented too. But I will say that there is something about this look I'm liking. I have no idea what or why, but I do like the look. Okay, let's go into Nightmare now, which is this shade right here, and we're going to pick it up. And again, I'm not spraying it, so it definitely could lay different. I didn't get fallout. I'm just going to pat it on, and then we'll manipulate it around a little bit. I did have to go in a little bit for this shade, picking it up, because it is so sheer. And that's why I said if you had a color under it, I think that it would make a difference. But again, you can build on top of it, and it doesn't make my eyes look aging or anything. Like, it lays nice on them. It's not emphasizing anything. For bronzer, I'm just using the ColourPop bronzer. And for blush, of course, I'm using that. Highlighters, the Charlotte Tilbury. I'm just trying to get that out of the way too, while we pat this on and build it up. There's no fallout, so if you spray it, you'll definitely get more impact. If you apply it with like your finger, you're going to get more impact. But I really do kind of like this shade a lot. It is really, really a pretty shade. There is something about it that makes it really pretty. And the fact that it just goes across the eye is really nice. But just pat it and move it, that's all I did. Uh-oh, I think one of the grandkids are crying. Who knows what one did to the other, right? It's usually the way it works. Alright, now I'm going to go into this shade right here, Don't Fall Asleep, and we're going to line with it. This shade is pigmented. Y'all, I put it on my bottom lash line. Look at that. I didn't really mean to go that dark. It ended up going that dark though, but we will blend a little bit, but it is pigmented, very black. I'm not going to talk right now because it's black, and one mess up, I'm in trouble. That's why I kind of don't work with darker shades, because it's just so easy to make that one mess up. And when I'm not a makeup artist and don't know how to correct something, like, I'm not redoing my makeup, you know? I sit here and do it for fun, and then I'm ready for the day, you know? I don't want to have to go back in and redo anything. Okay, we're going to go back into Cursed. I'm going to use a different brush this time and run it underneath the shade, because I do want to blend that out some. But that shade is pigmented nonetheless. Alright, I think I got both sides the same. I'm not really sure. The concealer I use today, I don't think I like that. I think it's beautiful packaging. I use the Gucci, and it's like, I don't know. But I don't think I like it. Okay, now we're going to go into Springwood Slasher, this one here. And I'm going to put that for my inner corner. And it definitely pops. But I like it because it also shears out a little bit. You can definitely build that one up and be very pigmented. But it also shears out so beautifully that I really do like this shade. It could be a very, like, poppin' silver, for sure. Or just like a makes it look wet almost. I don't know how to explain it, but it's really, really nice. I like it a lot. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I didn't line the top lash line. Might want to do that. Going back in to line that top lash line. Are you all ready for Thanksgiving? As in food bought? I'm almost there. Almost ready. And then do y'all take just like, how do you all do your Thanksgiving too? I'm curious. Do you all just cook in one day, like get up early Thursday and just start cooking? Or do you break it up, like have some of it ready to where all you gotta do is like throw it in the oven? Or do you just do like small Thanksgiving, small, big? Or do people just bring sides and, you know, however you do it? This is the first year I'm cooking, y'all. I don't know what I'm doing about that. Like, that's crazy to me. It's not, like, I kind of am excited. But then I'm like, oh, I'm kind of overwhelmed, too. Because, you know, nobody's cooking is as good as the one before. You know what I mean? Like, I know my mom and dad's cooking's way better than mine. Just like I'm sure that they would say their mom and dad's and grandmother's cooking were way better than theirs. I'm not going to say it, but they could be right on that, too. Just saying. Although, you know, me, on the other hand, not so great at, you know, I can do it. It's not something I like to do. But I can do it. Like, I'm not going to die of starvation or anything, you know. We're going to use the YSL Lash Clash in black for the top lashes. I will say also, these palettes, I do feel like, well, really with all of Glamlite's palettes, I feel like lashes do make a difference. I think that lashes falsies would, like, really bring these looks to the next level. Of course, I don't wear them, but if you did, like, I definitely think your looks would turn out so cool. But I will say, if I can use them, anybody can, because, like I said, I'm just a beginner in makeup. And I'll probably always be a beginner. And I'm okay with that. But I also know that there's just some makeup I stay away from because of that, and there's some that I'll go towards because of that, you know? And I'm wasted so much money on makeup, I'm like, yeah, shouldn't have did that, you know? Because there's no way I'm ever going to be able to use it. Because it's just very, you know, finicky. But then there's some makeup that's great for beginners, and then not so much for experienced people, because, you know, they're used to pigment, they can just put it on and build it up real quick instead of taking their time to do it slow. Where me, I like to go slow. Because I am bound to make a mistake if I don't. I love this mascara. As if you guys don't know that. For the bottom, we're going to use a YSL, or for the bottom, we're going to use the Lancome Deaf and Seals. I'm like, what am I using now? Like, I can't believe I messed up on the names of palettes yesterday, y'all. I'm so sorry. I don't know why I did that. My head just wasn't in the game, I guess. I don't know. I don't even think I put mascara on this side either. I didn't. Lord have mercy. I don't know, I kind of think it looked better without mascara. Anyway, it's on. Alright, so this is the final look using the Dream Master palette in the Glamlite A Nightmare on Elm Street. I do like this palette more than the Freddy Krueger, but neither here nor there, really. You know what I mean? Like, as far as my preference goes, it's either or, because neither story really speaks, like, it's not my color story. But if I had to choose one, if I had to, I would pick this one, which is shocking on one hand, because I feel like green would have looked better on me and it would have been easier. But I find this one was really easy to use, to be honest. And I think it looks pretty good, to be honest. It's pretty. I'll say that. It's pretty. It might not look good on my skin tone and stuff, but I think it looks pretty. We'll go with that. And it's definitely not helping like my eyes, because my eyes are so little. It's definitely making them look a little bit littler. But I'm not out here trying to make my eyes look big either. You know what I mean? So that sometimes is the point, but today isn't. You know, it's just having fun with colors, basically. And I had more fun with the Dream Master palette, playing with it, than I did the Freddy Krueger palette. But I will play with both of them again, and who knows, I could change my mind. But neither one, you know, as far as that goes, are bad. They're really good formulas. I'll say it again. My favorite thing from the launch is the lip oil. It is. I can't help it. I'll scream it from the rooftops, y'all. This lip oil is where it is at. That's all I'm going to say. The blush palette, honestly, I'll get my money out of it, but not my favorite. Okay, not my favorite. I'll take the Strawberry Shortcake and the Chucky one over that, if I had a choice. Scream was a little bit too dark too. Ghostface was a little bit too dark for me too. Sort of like that one. So if you aren't, like if you don't like blush that's very, very pigmented, stick with the Strawberry Shortcake. That's number one. Y'all, it sits beside me. It's just the light pink that is like so viral. Look, her face is almost gone. I'm thinking about buying a backup of this too if they have it still. But beautiful shade. Or the Chucky one, which I have it. I thought that's the lip palettes. No, I do have it. It's right here. I knew I had it, y'all. I'm serious. I keep these close. These two. So you can definitely see. Whoops. Whoopsie, whoopsie. These are lighter shades than what is in this palette over here. Because when I say pigmented, like, know that I really mean pigmented. And hard to, you know, use. This one, okay. So if you're looking at this heart here almost looks like that shade, to be honest. So if you're just looking for this shade, like if that's the only one, I would buy this one because you get this lovely pink right here too. But again, it's up to you and what you're looking for. So just know that too. But I like the packaging to all of their things. I love the fact that it's just easy to use. But out of this collection, the lip oil wins. It's a must. It's a have. You've 100% loving it. You can put it on top of your lipstick. I will not, because I will not mess up the applicator. I will not get color on this applicator and then put it into my thing. I could wipe it off though, but see how it just doesn't pull up that much. It does kind of pull up enough, but I mean, when I want to put a lip oil on, I don't necessarily want this Big Daddy here, but I will say this Big Daddy puts a lot of oil on it, you know? So in a way it's kind of worth it. In a way it's not. It just depends on what you look for too. but I do like that. What else is there? Is there anything else? Let me check out this. Alright, the Lunar Beauty lip oils are kind of have the same applicator. I would say this one's a little bit littler than this though. But if you like that, then you'll like this. I love this. I think I might like this formula better than that even. Interesting. Alright, so let's wrap it up because I ramble. That is all I have for you today. This is the final look. I think it turned out really good. The shadows were easy to use, buildable, blendable, pigmented, you know, the whole 9 yards. Like, there's no patchiness, there's no skipping, there's no nothing. It lays well, there's no fallout. That's great. I mean, it's just all around great. It's just, is it your color story, you know? Or it may be your color story, but maybe you're not into, you know, horror movies. Just saying, some people aren't. So keep all of that in mind. Because, you know, I would hate for you to be out with like an Elm Street lipstick or something. Now this one here, I mean, it does have blood coming off of it, but other than that, like, it could be anything. You could say it's paint. Spill paint on it. I don't know. Just saying. But that's all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it helped in some way. If it did, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, ring the bell, hit all. That way you're notified when I upload. I upload every day but Sunday, unless there's a new launch. And I'll see you in the next one. Until then, stay safe and stay healthy. Bye.